Hey guys, so I'm super excited to do some, I don't want to call them chores, but some productive activities is what I want to call it. So I got some fun things that we're going to do today. And one thing I want to do is show you guys the chicken coop and catching you up on it and what we've done so far and some plans that we want to do more on the coop. Also, I need to rake some dirt out and get it all raked, and I'll show you guys that in a minute. Plus I have some planters that I want to plant some comfrey in and get that going, and then I do have some seeds that I got from Amazon, and I'll make sure to show you guys that when I get there. But I don't know how much I want to get or gonna get done today. I want to get it all done, but let's see what we can get done today. It's a beautiful day here in Oregon, and I'm Tammy, and this is 5 Acre Life. I'll show you guys in here what we've done in the coop. Is Sean went with his tractor the other day and put tons of dirt. So you can see all the little mounds, or actually big mounds of dirt. And we got it from the back of our property. We got a bunch of dirt mounds back there that we went through one year and rototilled and dug up a bunch of blackberry bushes and Scotch broom and stuff like that was back there. So there's just tons of mounds that have, that's kind of been a little overgrown. So he's been taking his rototiller and just rototilling that up and bringing a bunch of dirt in, because we just wanted to level this out and get it a little higher so it'll be all even, so it won't get all muddy in the winter and stuff, so we can be, at least a little bit more level here. So that's the inside, and here I'll show you. So you can see the railroad ties. I'm wanting to get it all even with that, because my plans are, and we'll see how this works out. So I do have some nice sun that comes in the morning, and I want to put some garden beds over here and maybe some on the other side. We'll see how it goes, and just put it with the wire mesh, or the wire cloth, like this stuff right here, the wire cloth. I want to put that down with some 2x4s and make like a box, and then put this on top so plants can grow through and the chickens can walk along the top of it, and they can have fun just eating all the little grubs, or not grubs, little herbs and fun little plants and stuff that come up through. So that's the plan I want to do in here, and then I'll go show you guys the outside. Okay, before we look at the outside, but I want to show you guys this part. We have the chicken run is going to be the metal roofing right here. So that's going to be the chicken run that we're going to start. It's going to be the next video that we do, starting that build. And I won't be able to get the whole thing in one video, so we'll just show sections of it as we get it done. But this is a big productive activity. Is that what I'm calling them? Not a project, not a chore. It's a productive activity. So it's going to better our homestead and give us some fun little farm life. So I don't know if it's just me, but every time I come outside and think about different things to do out here, and fun things to do for the chickens, or get some gardening done or anything like that, I always feel like a little kid coming outside and playing again. Because when I was little, I would play outside all the time. I mean, I would be outside with my friends until the street lights came on. Did anybody else do that? You have the street lights that come on and you're like, time to come home. So you go home, eat dinner, and go to bed and dream about going out and playing again outside, after school and stuff. So I'd love to hear in the comments. Did you guys do that when you were a kid? And are you super excited to come outside and do just some fun things outside, like just to improve everything and make it look nice and have some fun? So I'd love to hear from you guys. So comment down below. We got Rudy. He's helping today. So this is the outside that I'm talking about here. And the roofing that we got here, it's a little rough shape, but it's perfect for what we need for the coop. I got it from my boss, gosh, at least 10 to 12 years ago when I worked at a cannery. I worked at a cannery up here, just up the road where I'm at in Oregon. And I did that for like 5 years. They were great people. And he asked us one day if we wanted my husband and I wanted the roofing that he didn't need anymore, and we're like, heck yeah. So we had it sitting in a pile for years, didn't know. We're like, this is gonna come in handy. Not sure when or where or why, but this is what we used it for, and I'm just so happy that we had it. So we have the hardware cloth that's sticking out of the bottom of the coop here in the run, and it comes out about 8 to 12 inches. And we attached it to the railroad ties, and it goes up underneath the metal, so no predators are gonna get in. And then my husband came and dumped a bunch of dirt, like I showed you guys. And so we got a bunch of dirt on top, and I need to come through with a rake, and I'm just gonna even all this out. Just get it all the way down. And then the other plan, and what I'm wanting to do here is, here, you want nummy? Come here. Come here. You want num num? Come here. Okay. So the other plan is, and like I said, we'll see how far I get today. All these planters I had over my other side of the yard, but I had my husband push with the tractor. He pushed them all over here. And these are just some big planters that I've had forever. So I'm wanting to dig out all the weeds, get those all out, go ahead and add maybe some more dirt, maybe some dirt from inside the coop just to add to the bottom of this, just so I don't have to use so much soil and stuff, like the good stuff, you know, on top. So I'm gonna try to mix all that together and just bring them back to life, you know, add some water and stuff. And then the other day I took this poultry wire and the fencing, and I just measured it around, and this is gonna go around each one of them for the deer and for the chickens when they get big enough to come out, because I'm gonna have this out in their run. I think that would be fun with the comfrey growing in it. And I want to put the planters over along the edge, like just lined up over here. And I got some fun little LED lights that can go in them, so it'll all light up at night. I think that'll look really good. So that's the plan of today, and let's see if I even get that far. But also another productive activity. Oh look, you helping? Are you helping, Kiki? She's helping. The other activity I would like to do is, I have this log that we had in the back of our property over by our fire pit. So we had it in the fire pit for a little bit, so the bottom part has a little burn. Just not much though. But the cool thing about it is, I'm trying to show you guys, this has a hole all the way through, like that. And what I got, and I don't know if it'll work because I think it needs good light to grow. I wanted to put soil inside of it and put some seeds. Maybe I'll start the seeds first and put some creeping thyme is what I was thinking in there, and have it all come out the sides of it, and even put some wire mesh or the hardwire cloth right here to block the chickens from getting in there and getting into the middle of it, or they might not even be able to get in there, and have it all creep out. I think that would look really cool. Let me know in the comments if you guys think that's going to work out, but I think that would be really fun to do. So those are my productive activities for today, and it might creep over to another video, or I might just get it all done and then show you guys at the end of the video, see how much I get done. It might take a couple of days. So that's the plan, and I'm going to get started. All right, so let me show you guys. So these are the herb seeds. These are what I got off of Amazon, and you get 20 packs of it. And here, I'll put this close so you guys can see it. So you get all kinds of stuff. So I got like sorrel, dark basil, cinnamon basil, and let's see, dill. I got the common dill, marjoram, lemon balm, which is going to be great, or oregano, creeping thyme. Like I was telling you guys, I think the creeping thyme is going to be great. Parsley, lavender, Welsh onions, chives. So different kinds of sorrel. Did I say sorrel? I don't know if I said that. But these are gonna be great. I'm gonna hope to get to these soon. I don't know if it'll be this video or not, but I wanna get these planted out. And I think these are gonna be great to use. These are the bags of, I got Steer Plus to add to my planters over here. I don't want to swing you guys around too fast. And I also have some topsoil that I can mix with it. So just to kind of bring it back to life and give it some more nutrients and stuff. That's the plan for now. So I got my rake, I got my shovel, and I am ready to get to work. I gotta get my sunglasses on so I don't get dirt in my eyes. Where he went, but we got our Tom turkey. It's a wild turkey running around. There he is. Here, let's see. You see him out in the tall grass right there? I think there's 2 of them around here. And then there's one female and they keep dancing around. It's pretty funny. But he's way over there. He just walked by me. I was checking out what I was doing. But he's out in the tall, tall grass. Are you coming to join us? Yeah? You coming to help? Yeah? Okay. You think so? You gonna go hang out with Rudy? Rudy's helping. I wanted to show you guys, I gave him a bath the other day and he's all fluffy and a little haircut on his bangs. He's camera shy. You all fluffy? Yeah? You all fluffy? That mean old kitty. Oh, the mean old kitty. She's so funny. She's definitely the boss. I went through with the shovel and the rake and just got the whole, just the middle wire mesh. Just covered up. Most of it just covered up. I think that turned out really good. So it just makes it nice so it's not all showing. Plus it just makes it so it's harder for an animal to dig underneath it. Plus I'm having my planters right here, so I think that'll help too. So there we go. I got that part done. So I'm gonna check that off the list and let's move on to the next. So, I'm cleaning out all the weeds and everything in this planter. Pretty big dandelions in here. So I'm thinking is I'll probably clean out and get all the weeds and everything out of it, and then maybe spray it some water, and that'll help loosen everything up, and then I can mix it with the other soils and manure that I have. And plus I can add some from the run if I need to, the chicken run, because we got a lot of dirt in there. So I think it's all gonna work out. So I'm just gonna continue doing this. Sorry if my camera's shaking a little bit. It's kind of windy a little today, a little breezy. But I wanted to show you guys, there's little rocks and stuff in this soil. And this is actually pretty good. It doesn't look too bad at all. But the rocks and everything in here is gonna help great with just the water going through and the drainage, and it'll help it drain a lot better. Plus this tote, or I mean this container, has holes. You can see right here. See the holes? It's got holes drilled all the way around it. So it's got great drainage, all of them do. But it also has some rocky soil, which is going to help with the comfrey and help just have the water go right through it and filter through. So it won't just be sitting in water, which is great. So I'm really liking the looks of all this. That's fun to show you guys that. So I'm trying to find a good spot so you guys can see here what I'm doing. Plus, I have it on my selfie stick because I want it down low. And if I go up too high with it on the ground, the wind sits there and shakes it. So I was trying to make it so it's not all shaky. But yeah, and I was sitting here thinking how I was talking about how you can go outside and I feel like a little kid again and all that fun stuff. I do remember in Alaska, I was raised in Alaska, and actually when I was about, what was I, 8? I think I was about 8. We moved from Dallas, Texas, and moved to Fairbanks, Alaska. And we actually had a cabin that my dad built, and well, we all helped. I remember peeling logs and everything, and we were out in the middle of nowhere in Fairbanks, Alaska, which, if you don't know, it's pretty remote. I mean, it's huge. And we were way out there, and we built our own cabin and lived out there for a couple of years. And then we moved to Anchorage, which was the big city, and finally, you know, got a place with electricity and, you know, plumbing, which was great. We didn't have to do the outhouse or anything anymore. So I actually grew up homesteading when I was a kid. So I definitely remember that. But we moved into, you know, a neighborhood, and what made me think about it is it snowed, of course. You know, we're in Alaska and it snowed like crazy. And they would go and plow and make huge mounds of snow. And I remember that as a kid. And me and my friends, we would always go every year and start digging into the middle of the mound and make like an igloo. You know, pretty much like dig in the middle of it and make like a fort that you can go hide into. And it was just so much fun. I was just sitting here thinking about that, being able to just go outside and, you know, and do that. And I remember it'd be really cold, but you get inside the mound that we built, the little igloo, if you will, and it was always so much warmer in there. It was great. It was so much fun. So I'd love to hear stories, you know, things that you guys did when you were kids, and like what you guys built, and like, did you do tree forts and different things like that? We didn't really do any tree forts, but I just remember playing in the snow and, you know, building like the igloos, and it was just so much fun. It really was. But yeah, that's a little bit of my story there. And we've also been here, like I've said in other videos, we've been here about almost 20 years. And we didn't really do, I mean, we got the 5 acre, hence 5 Acre Life, the name of the channel, but we just never did the whole homesteading, you know, like getting animals and things like that. And we always had the outbuildings and, you know, things like that, like the sheds and the garage, and my husband would always build things and do stuff like that. But we didn't have just I don't know, we never thought about getting animals or anything like that. But then I've been wanting for a couple of years now chickens. And I was like, you know what, I think chickens would be great and they'd be so much fun. And then everything just kind of fell into place that we got the high tunnel, just the shell of the high tunnel, the frame of it, from our neighbors, because we had a huge windstorm and it blew off their cover that they had on it and it ripped it. And they were like, well, we want to get like just a permanent structure instead of the high tunnel. Do you guys want the frame? And we're like, heck yeah. So that was really, really nice. They're the best neighbors ever. We've known them, you know, as long as we've been here. And I've showed you guys that. They're pretty close. They're like right there. And just, we have so much fun together. But I was like, yeah, let's do that. So, and if you guys want to check out the videos, I got all the videos of us taking it down from their property and putting it over here and setting everything up. You know, I have step-by-step of everything that we've done. So I'll make sure to put those on, or you guys can just come check out my channel. I mean, I don't have too many videos on there yet because I'm a roughly new channel here, but it's just so much fun how everything just kind of fell into place. And it's just weird how things are just meant to be sometimes, you know, like, you know, what, 20 years ago, we just weren't ready for it. We weren't, you know, just prepared for any of it or mindset about it or nothing like that. So I definitely recommend to be prepared mentally, or just know that you know what you're getting into. You know, I'm getting, you know, live animals, and I've always had cats and dogs and rabbits. You know, I've had rabbits through my years, and just different kind of animals like that. I had an iguana. I had a green iguana. We named him Oscar, and then she wound up laying eggs, so we named her Oscarina. I started calling her Oscarina, but I had her for years, and she was about 4 foot long and had a big cage, you know, that Sean built and stuff like that. This was when I was way younger, before our son was born, so 26 years ago or more. And yeah, I mean, she was awesome. So I've had like different kind of animals like that, but I've never had chickens or, you know, things like that. I think Cooney Pig would be so much fun too. Let me know in the comments if you guys have any chickens, how long you've had chickens, and what fun things you guys do with them. And I love that. Just different things that I can do, and because I'm like a hands-on person. I like being outside and doing things and getting my hands dirty, and I think it's just gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be a whole fun experience, and I would love to one day up front here, and I'll show you guys up where the turkey was. So we got the road right there. You can see people driving by, so that's our road, and we got that huge field up there that's about an acre. I mean, we got a good acre up there, and I think that'd be fun to do like a couple of Cooney pigs up there. But that's gonna be later. That's gonna be later. But I always hear that the chickens are a gateway to farming, you know, getting animals and all that stuff. So that could be what we're kind of stepping into here. I'm not quite sure. But I'm just gonna take it one day at a time and to get the coop done first and get some chickens coming. I'm thinking about getting 8 hens. I'm not gonna really mess with the rooster. I don't want to do the rooster right now. I've actually had a bad experience with the rooster. But, and I know it depends, you know, on what kind of rooster it is that you raise or have, or, you know, different things like that. But I know that. But, so I don't know. I think we're just going to go with hens and just move from there. And I'm going to enjoy my gardening and doing my productive activities, is what I'm calling it. So I got to continue. Let's keep going. All right, so I'm going to show you guys. I went ahead and I got all this done. Well, just all the weeds and stuff out of it. So I'm going to go through and get the weeds out of all of these and just get them all looking nice. And then I will add my soil and or the manure and then the topsoil. So that's the plan. Too bad I don't have the chicks here now, because they would love this dandelion. Dandelion's really good for them, so I hear. This is definitely a fun little treat. Yeah, let me know in the comments. Do you guys feed your chickens the dandelions? I know comfrey has that big taproot, which will just shoot right down through here, so that'll be great. And these are huge containers, so they're gonna love it. I just didn't want to put them into the ground, just because in case we don't want to keep them there. I hear that once you have comfrey planted somewhere, the taproot goes way down in there, and then if you disturb that root, it'll, like if you snap it or go to move the plant or anything, any parts of the root left there will sprout another one. So you can never get rid of it if you put it into the ground. So I hear. Yeah, if you guys know a little more about comfrey, I'd love to know. Because I know it's going to be great and beneficial in the homestead here for sure. It's going to come in handy to do composting and feeding the chickens and all that fun stuff. Okay, so we're getting somewhere. Just got a bunch of sticks. They were right outside my fenced yard, so I would throw sticks from the black locust tree in here. That's okay. I'll put those over there. I know, I haven't used these planters for a couple years. I think it's been a couple years. Well, it is time to use them again. I'm just gonna mix up some of those. I could just keep some branches in here in the bottom. It's not gonna hurt nothing. I might do that if I mix this up, and then I'll just throw the branches back in. They'll just break down. But this one's not that bad at all. There's some nice loose dirt in there. Not really worried about weeds or anything coming up. The chickens will take care of those. But I will have the comfrey caged in until it gets like really big, and then I think it'll be fine. And then they'll just get it when it comes over to the sides and stuff. Just play that day by day, see how that works out. Let me show you guys what I did here. I went around just collecting up a bunch of branches and just put them in here. After I went ahead and I mixed the soil up really good and got it all mixed up and fluffy, so it's not just solid down there. And then I threw the sticks on top so I don't have to put as much of the good soil in there. And I'll probably just go to the coop here and grab some dirt out of the inside of it after I move these, because I don't want to make these really heavy and then try to move them. Or I may wait and have Sean help me, and we'll see. I might be able to scoot them over there and just kind of roll them on their side. But I want to move them over where they're going to be before I put a bunch of dirt and everything in it. So yeah, that's the plan. And I think that's going to work out great. What's funny is I was looking for this too. An old little shovel trowel, is that what they're called? But I have another one where the handle broke, but these are nice sometimes to have one without a handle. Like if you want to just grab onto it and just do some digging. These are nice to keep around. I mean, I have this one right now, which is nice for what I'm doing. But I'll set that right there. And it's funny what you can find when you look around. But I have some more sticks that I'll put in this one after I get done taking the weeds out and mixing it all up. I mean, this planter has definitely seen better days, but I think it's going to work great. It's going to do its purpose here. Maybe when I put enough dirt in it, it'll come out a little bit. It's a little misshapen, but I think it'll do fine. It'll do just fine. So I probably break the handles off of all these because I'm too rough on them. I could get the big shovel. There we go. Just to get the pumped up hard stuff. Or it's just impacted. Make it so. Fluff it up a little bit here. Oh, we got a little visitor. What are you doing, Nico? That's our neighbor's dog. He likes to come over and get treats. What, you want a treat? Yeah? It's Rudy's little friend. They've known each other since they were both puppies. I went ahead and got it all mixed up. The big shovel definitely worked really good. And then I went ahead and just put all the sticks in this one since it has the least soil in it. So I went ahead and did that. Got this one all mixed up nice. And this one. I'm probably have to wait for Sean to help me get these scooted over to the side of the coop. Maybe I might be able to move that one. I don't know, I'm probably gonna have to wait. So yeah, we'll just continue this and see where we get. So I was laughing at myself because I just went in the house and I grabbed a Sharpie, some scissors, and a Cool Whip container, or just a whip topping container. And I'm like, I feel like MacGyver, like I just need like a piece of chewing gum and a clothespin and I can make a bomb or something. But I was laughing at myself. So what I'm gonna do though is show you guys how to make a planter tag just using these items. So let's get started. So I do have a little dill starts and some basil. So I'm gonna go ahead and just add those to my containers here. I got my little marker here to put in there, and if you want to, you can cut a point. Just like that. You could do a little point if you want to get it in the soil. And then I also have some cilantro. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, so I'm going to show you guys what I did here. So in my little containers, I got some sage seeds planted. I replanted my basil. So I got basil and cilantro. And then over there is dill. And then I did sorrel seeds. Let's see. Marjoram. I did that on the seed. And then dark opal basil is what this is gonna be when it sprouts. And then I got basil down here and dill. I did the mammoth, or the, what kind of dill was that? Mammut or something like that. Why, kitty, you helping me? And then what do I have here? And then I have some more dill down here that I grew. So I transplanted that. And then I showed you the cilantro. So yeah, so that's everything in the little tower. And then I want to show you guys my comfrey here. So I just did it in a whip topping container. And yeah, just let me know if you guys would like to know how I grew this comfrey. It was a fun little trick that I did, and it really helped germinate the seeds. And it got it growing really nicely. So these are the ones that are going to go in the big containers that we were messing with out there. So that might have to be for next time. And yeah, so I think that I'll make sure to show you guys those when I get it all done. But those are the transplants I want to put in. Or I want to transplant these little comfrey ones. I mean, I got a lot in there. So they all turned out really nice. But yeah, let me know down below if you guys want to know how I germinated these seeds. Okay, so let's go see what else I did. So over here in these pots, I did transplanted my basil, dill, and cilantro. So I had a lot of that, so I just made sure just to put it in bigger containers too, because this is probably what I'm gonna put out by the chicken coop. So this will be fun for them out there. And then in my little greenhouse here, I planted rocket garden in here, some seeds. So I have this in here to germinate. And then in here, I got some cherry tomatoes, which are doing really good. And then I planted some oregano seeds, some creeping thyme seeds, and lemon balm. So those are gonna be great when they get all germinated. So I think I did pretty good today. Got some stuff done. Well, we got a lot more done than I thought we would today, so make sure to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you guys can see my next video when I post it. And thanks for watching.